Hello, I'm Glenn Vickery and welcome to my YouTube channel Kiwi Bushcraft and Survival. And today I'm going to be covering two trees. One is called Kanuka and the other one is called Manuka. A lot of people confuse them these days, but I'm going to sort of hopefully try and describe them, and so that it'll be a bit easier for you to recognise and what you can use them for. Okay, so behind me here is Manuka, okay, this big tree here, alright, and zoom into the tree, to the trunk of the tree, okay, and we'll try and get some of these leaves here as well, okay. So, Manuka. How do we recognise Manuka? Okay, so the first thing we'll probably notice is maybe the trunk. The trunk of the tree is sometimes has lichens on it, but most importantly the trunk is very flaky, okay, and I'll try and get it. Okay, you can see it's very flaky. Alright, now these flakes on the trunk, you can actually pull them off quite easy. They're very similar to tortora. Tortora's got a very flaky bark on the tree as well. So what I'll do is I'll just see if I can reach in there and grab a bit off. Okay, I'll grab a bit. You can see here it peeling off. Just get down into here. Okay, you can see it peeling off. Alright, getting under the bark here. Alright, lots of little pieces. Alright, and Manuka is extremely well known for smoking. Okay, not for smoking as in a cigarette, okay, but for smoking as in fish or food, chicken, things like that, okay, smoking your meat, okay, or your mussels or your pippies, probably making people hungry now, okay, but here's the bark here, okay, you can see it, it's got like a light brown, very very slight taint of maybe red to it, alright. Now people use Manuka sawdust, but what I've always done when I'm out in the bush, if I'm going to smoke something, you don't need to go and buy the sawdust. What I do is I just crunch it up. Okay, I'll just get towards me a bit better. Okay, I crunch it up and I roll it in my hand, and I actually get two hands and I roll it in between the two hands. Okay, roll my hands backwards and forwards with this, and I break the bark down. Okay, I just break it down, keep breaking it down and get it as small as I can until I've got lots and lots of small bits and all the bark becomes a lot looser. Okay, and what I do is when I heat this up, okay, I heat this bark here up. I obviously break it down a bit more, okay, but I heat this up and get the smoke from that and smoke your food with that, and it works fine. Okay, you don't need sawdust. Wood is wood. Okay, whether it's bark or wood, the sawdust from the wood, it doesn't make any difference. Wood is wood, it's still the same wood. The flavour that it gives your meat is just beautiful, okay? So if you have smoked fish or smoked eel, fantastic. Okay, we'll do eeling another time, but yeah. Okay, so the actual, so that's the bark, alright? And we'll move on to the leaves. Now the leaves of this one here, sorry, my mistake, I'm just feeling it now, and this one is actually not Manuka, this is Kanuka. Okay, I didn't feel it before, but when you feel the leaves, they look very prickly. Okay, you can see them here. Okay, they look very very prickly, but in fact with Kanuka they're not. Okay, and the Kanuka bark can be used exactly like Manuka. So everything I said before is exactly the same with Manuka and Kanuka. But how do you distinguish Manuka from Kanuka? It's the leaves. When you squeeze them, Kanuka is very soft to the touch. Okay, and you can squeeze it like this all day and it's not going to do anything to you. Okay, actually very, very brilliant for making bedding on the ground. Okay, to make a soft bed on the ground or a pillow. So if I was going to make anything in the bush, I'd be using Kanuka. Okay, and I can tell you right now that how I'm squeezing this, I would not be doing this with the tree called Manuka. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the Manuka. I've seen another bush tree further down here. Okay, alright, so there's karamu as we're going past. Looks like a karaka tree there. Okay, another karamu. And here we get to Manuka. Okay, so here I'm grasping the Manuka and it's prickly. Alright, I don't really want to be squeezing it. I mean, you can squeeze it, but it's prickly. Alright, and that's how you can tell. Manuka is prickly, Kanuka is not prickly. Okay, it's also another way of recognizing it is these little seed buds. Okay, try and get in there, the seeds. Alright, there's a seed there. And when I get another opportunity of when it's flowering, because it's not in season at the moment for flowering, I'll get some more video taken. Okay, here's some more here with the seed pods. Okay, or the seeds. All right, probably not too bad to actually put those into a bike pump for the kids. Okay, and then they can just pull back on the bike pump and then fire it. Okay, push the bike pump handle in, the old bike pump handle, old bike pumps, and just fire these just for a bit of fun. Okay, a lot of fun. So yeah, the Manuka is exactly like the Kanuka in the way that the bark can be used, or the sawdust if you prefer that. Doesn't really matter. Another big difference between these two trees is the Kanuka, the one I showed you earlier. The Kanuka both Kanuka and Manuka are very, very strong. Probably two of the strongest woods or strongest trees, very solid wood in the country. Okay, now with Kanuka, the one I showed you earlier, that one there is they grow very high and they grow very straight. A lot of the trunks grow very, very straight. Okay, and because the wood's so strong and also elastic, it's got the elasticity in it, these trees could be quite good for making bow in a survival situation. So this is another tree that could be used for making a bow. So there's Tarata is one, and the Kanuka. Okay, if you're interested in Tarata, have a look at my you'll find the Tarata tree in my channel, and that's definitely a good specimen for probably making a bow, as in for a bow and arrow out in the bush as a survival thing. So when you're making a bow, you need really, really strong hardwood, and you need the wood to be elastic so that it's got that bend to it, so that when you bend it back, it's not going to break, and when you let the string go, it's going to bounce back to where it was. It's got that elasticity. Okay, and so that's what you're looking for in making a bow. And it's something that I haven't done yet, but it's something I intend to do one day. But for those of you that are keen on it, Kanuka or Tarata, and there's another tree that I'm just looking into as well, will be quite good. So there's probably about 3 trees that I know of that could be good for making bows. Okay, and I'd say you'd get quite a powerful bow out of these. All right, so anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Kanuka and Manuka, and I hope that hopefully that oh, the flowers that you get from these are generally white flowers. Some are like, you can get some species as cream, different colors, but beautiful looking flowers. But I think, if I remember right, 5 petals on each flower. Okay, they're quite nice. I think they're 5, maybe 4, I can't remember, but we'll get to that another time. Anyway, subscribe, like, share, and by all means make comments and ask any questions, and if I can answer them, I'll let you know. Okay, thanks very much for coming along, and I hope to see you on my next video. Cheers. Okay, so here's a large Kanuka or Manuka. I'm not quite sure which one it is, because I can't reach up there and feel the branches. But either of these trees are fantastic for firewood. Okay, so Kanuka or Manuka are actually one of the most excellent trees for firewood. Okay, and there's actually 3, let's say 4 trees that are the best wood for firewood in New Zealand, or Aotearoa, and that's Kanuka, okay, or Manuka. Alright, and the second one, I'll class the second one as wattle, the wattle tree, and I'll cover that another day. And the last one, believe it or not, is the gorse. Okay, and gorse is excellent for burning. Okay, so when I say excellent, I mean that these trees can they burn with really good heat and for a really long time. Kanuka, here's a Kanuka here. Okay, this particular one here, see how they go straight up. Okay, and as I said, they're elastic. Okay, so they're strong and they're elastic. Alright, and hence great for making bows. So you want a nice straight trunk like that, where it goes straight up. Okay, and you've got preferably minimal branches coming off that main trunk. And I've seen heaps and heaps of Kanuka around that that have main trunks like that. Okay, over to the side here. Okay, here's another one. Here's another beauty. Okay, nice looking tree. This one here is a bit wonky. Okay, but nonetheless, excellent tree for making firewood out of. Okay, and that's what you want in the middle of winter, or in a bushcraft and survival situation. You want, when you make your fire, when you're making a fire and it's raining, it's cold, you want to make sure that that wood is going to burn. Okay, you don't want to be choosing trees like the rewa, okay, otherwise known as bucket of water tree. Okay, and there's a few others that I'll cover as I go. All right, you want to make sure that you are getting the tree to do the job. Okay, and so then the more trees you know, the more selective you can be. Okay, and so it's very, very important to know. Okay, thank you very much, and cheers.